No way. Alhamdulillah for that. In some part of Qatar, I see whenever the soccer game going and it's time for Salah, they stop playing and they make Salah and then continue after Salah. Alhamdulillah. My fellow Muslim brothers and sisters, my story briefly is that when I had my first child, I remember saying to myself, Ya Allah, I remember holding her, going to a grocery store. I said, Ya Allah, if only my daughter can walk. She was able to walk, alhamdulillah. I remember saying to myself, Ya Allah, when can she start pre-K? And she started pre-K, alhamdulillah. I remember saying to myself, Ya Allah, when can she graduate? And then she went to all of this. It's enough for me and you as parents to say alhamdulillah and to mean it. When we say alhamdulillah in our hearts. Our children, you are not here all the time, you are in school. I want you to always say alhamdulillah. Do your zikr, make dua for mommy and daddy. And don't stop. Even after college, you are still our children. We love you. We care about you. Don't think now because you have college degree, you have master's degree, now you're going to ignore mommy and daddy. Don't do that. Don't do that. At least make it a duty to always pay attention to your mommy and daddy. And respect every other elderly man or woman in your community. Because there was a Shieqhk Imam Adamu, a good knowledge. His father is a scholar from Azhar University, PhD. His father asked him when he was teaching his son, he said, who is your father? He said, you are my father. He said, no, I'm not your father. Every person you see in the community my age, that's your father. Who is your teacher? He asked him. And he said, no, you are my teacher. You are teaching me. He said, no. Every imam or anybody who is teaching you the Quran and Hadith and the Sunnah in the Quran, that's your father. There's a lot of wisdom in this, alhamdulillah. Ibadullah. We're going to sit down momentarily and we're going to come back and we're going to talk about alhamdulillah and then we're going to end our khutbah with alhamdulillah. We come in with alhamdulillah. We're going to go out with alhamdulillah. We're going to leave in the daytime saying alhamdulillah. Every time we go to bed, we say alhamdulillah. When we get up in the morning, we say alhamdulillah. When conditions are good, alhamdulillah. When conditions are bad, alhamdulillah. No matter what the situation may be, alhamdulillah. Why? Because Allah is the first to say alhamdulillah. And when you say alhamdulillah and you are sincere, Allah will help you. It reminds me about a man who was going for an immigration office. We will talk about him when we come back momentarily. But the best time for my young children, the best time to make dua for mommy and daddy. And the parents also, the best time to make dua for yourself, your children, your parents, your children, your grandparents is during the interval when the imam sits down for 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute. This is the best time to make dua for ourselves, our children, our parents, our grandparents, our grandchildren. May Allah accept our dua. أقول قولي هذا واستغفر الله لي ولكم.